Hello again, everybody, and welcome to this special interview on NSPN.TV. I'm Justin Barrientos, and today we are joined by Trevor Mbakwe, who is the Activities Director at Tartan High School. Trevor, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
A lot of people are going to recognize your name from your time playing with the Golden Gophers. Let's talk about that a little bit. You're from St. Paul. You did go to a couple of other colleges before coming to Minnesota. What was it like coming back to Minnesota and putting on the maroon and gold for Tubby Smith and the Gophers?
It was great. It was an awesome experience. Just coming back home, be able to play in front of family and friends. It just was a good experience. Most of my family and friends were able to attend most of my games, and it felt like home. University of Minnesota was in my backyard this whole time, so it was just fun. Coach Tubby Smith, he brought some new energy, and obviously he's a Hall of Fame coach, and it was just a pleasure learning from him and be able to get a chance to play with some guys who I always wanted to play with, like the Blake Hoffarbers and Al Nolans of the world. So it was everything worked out the way it was supposed to.
So after your 3 years at Minnesota, you had the opportunity to play basketball overseas, and you played in a lot of different places: Italy, Greece, Israel, Russia, Japan. What was it like at such a young age to travel to all those places and play basketball?
Looking back at it, it was a great experience. A lot of places that I was able to travel to and live in were places I never thought, in my wildest dreams. Growing up, I didn't really think about Europe. And then I spent, 7, 8 years living in Europe and like learning the different cultures and environments. And I was able to meet a lot of great people. And it was just a great experience overall. And, my daughter was born in Tel Aviv, Israel. So, her passport says born in Israel, like just those cool experiences that me and my family were able to, experience.
Obviously, basketball is an international language, but like language barrier, that kind of thing, culture barrier. I mean, what was it like to have to learn all these different cultures to be able to play in a community and represent a community?
It had its challenges at sometimes, some places. I was fortunate that I was able to play in some bigger cities, with a lot of tourists, were there, there. So like English was kind of spoken, amongst the cultures there. So that part was kind of easy, but it has its challenges. Thank God for Google Translate. That definitely was very helpful. And just having like, a lot of our teammates, they could speak English and kind of help out too. So the organizations that I played for, they're very helpful along with that.
All right. So where along the way did you decide that you wanted to get back into high school athletics and kind of administration?
Well, I went to school for sports management, so I always kind of wanted to do something on the management side of sports. I didn't want to be a coach because I gave enough coaches headaches that I didn't want that karma. So COVID kind of shut things down, and I kind of, I was playing, and I was kind of contemplating if I want to continue playing or just kind of move into the next chapter of life. And then one of my best friends was a principal. He was like, "Hey, there's a assistant AD position open at one of the local schools," and I was like, "Hey, I need the experience. Why not give it a shot?" And it's been enjoyable. I love working with kids. I think it's very impactful, especially at that level, and it kind of can change. For me, I had great high school coaches, and it kind of helped me, traject in the right direction, and have the career that I was able to have.
You spent a couple of years as an assistant in athletic departments in a couple of different schools, but now you're the guy. You're the activities director at Tartan. Tell me a little bit about why Tartan and what that's been like this year. This year.
Well, when I was in high school at Henry Sibley, we never could beat Tartan, so I figured I might as well join them. But it was a great experience, or great opportunity for me. I grew up playing against a lot of schools in our conference, the Matamidais, North St. Paul's. So a lot of familiar faces, and it just was a good opportunity for me to take that next step in my career. And I'm familiar with the area, and I just was really excited. It just seemed like the perfect time and a perfect chance for me to kind of take that next step and get back to the other side of town.
Very good. Well, thank you for joining us here today and continued success at Tartan.
Thank you, Justin. I appreciate your time.
All right, thank you. Trevor Mbakwe joining us now, the activities director at Tartan High School in Oakdale. I'm Justin Barrientos, NSPN.TV.